Alright, so it's not every day I tell you guys, go check out Walmart for tools, but Walmart's been doing something fairly regularly the last couple of years with dropping Black Friday sales. They come with some specialty, like stocking stuffers for guys, and well, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're terrible. Usually they're not that great, but there's a couple here that caught my eye, and I just want to review them and tell you guys if I like them, if I don't. But I'll put a little snapshot here for you guys too, so you can see what that aisle display looks like. Because it sticks out, it's there, there's quite a few options to look at. I didn't grab everything, I grabbed some of the things that I liked, but I'll show you guys a couple of things in there as well, so you can see if it's what you guys like or if it's what you don't like. Alright, so first up, who doesn't love a set of 10mm gold sockets? Now this has a very reminiscent feel of Icon and their gold ratchet they like to give out. And Snap-on's done it too. Other manufacturers have done their gold tools. Well, Hyper Tough, Walmart's best, has decided to do that as well. And obviously, what comes in this package here, it's going to be a 10-piece socket set with a total of 11 pieces if you include the rail. This is what it looks like on the back. Of course, mine got all dirty and smudged up, but here's how it looks back here. There's your set of deep, shallow, half-inch, 3/8 drives, removable socket rail. Well, we'll get into it. And then, of course, actually what's nice is this was actually made in Vietnam, so it's not China. Maybe a slight improvement by being in Vietnam. We'll find out. And then here is the information right there, the part number. Now the presentation of it, I'll give them this. It's actually pretty nice. A good cardboard box, pretty thick density, and there's a little depth finder there too if you want to see what's inside here. Now as far as the rail, it's a little bit of a bugger to get out of there. Okay, that rail is cheap. Is it even nice? Ugh. Not pretty by any means. But if you want the sockets, there you go. So we'll start off with the 1/4-inch drive, 10mm right there. Everything looks pretty normal with it. It does obviously have a coating to it. It's almost like a kind of a chrome still kind of look to it. Or bronzish. Maybe they mixed chrome with some bronze. I don't know how they're getting the exact color. Oh, it has a little pinhole for locking it in a 1/4-inch drive. I do like that they've rounded the edges inside there. There are no detents other than the drive detent. Let's see on this one, did it have the same as well? Yeah, it's got recessed detents in there. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. This feels more like a Taiwanese socket set, honestly. Good on that end. They do color code. Nice roll stamping on all these. I like that. No spring action to this whatsoever, although it is serviceable, as many are not. It's almost as if they wanted to put a magnet down inside there, but they didn't. But that one's decent. Got your long 1/4-inch drive. I mean, the chroming isn't spectacular, but it'll pass. Looks like that one's a true deep. Then we jump up, I imagine, here to 3/8 with the kind of conical shape. Again, has the locking button detent. These do hold on mighty tight. Let's see what that chrome holds up. Yeah, it's alright. Got it. So the chrome kind of holds up. I mean, it's a little bit thicker than I thought it would be. But this is the one that a lot of people will be using and losing. Kind of wish they'd give multiples of that one. Then you got the 1/2 inch, or sorry, 3/8 wobble here as well. Again, good rolling. I'll even say it up top, good. That is a mess though right there. Wow. Is that a touch-up job? Or is it just a liquid version of it just rolling right off? That is ugly. You're long. Looks like it goes down, a third of the way. Detents in as well, so all good there. And both these should be half drives on the end. You see good detents in there. Radius corners. Also radius here, good fluting. I mean, all around, pretty decent. Pretty decent. And you may be asking yourself, too, pricing-wise, well, what does this cost? And on the display, on the one side that we're going to talk about here, I'll talk about the other side, too. This side, everything's going to be $12. So you're getting this whole set for $12. I think most of the... I have to double check Harbor Freight. I think Harbor Freight was a little bit more. I want to say most of them are like $15 to $20 for this set. But for $12, and you get the gold, why not? The gold, I mean, think of it this way, guys. The gold is just an added benefit because if you lose it, at least it's not completely invisible. You got some color here for the blue, and you also got the gold. I'm hoping that helps you find it when you lose it in the engine bay, when you lose it on the ground. It's going to stick out a little bit different than a chrome socket. So that's my hope. What do you guys think? Is that going to help you out to find it again? I want to hear your comments down below. All right, one done. Now we're on to the next one. Next up, let's check out the Carabiner set. Now, this one I like because I find myself, when I'm on the go or mobile, I want to have something that is able to carry. And you guys may have saw another video not too long ago that I did. If you haven't, go back, of carrying sockets with a similar Carabiner set. Now, 13-piece, and obviously comes with the Carabiner, which is usually junk. In this case, I think it is too. Packaged in China with goods from Vietnam and China, so a little bit of mix again with Vietnam and China. Here's all that's inside there. We'll take a look at it right now, and then there's your part number and identification right there. Again, good packaging, good layout. I'll even attempt to wrap it to keep it from rattling to pieces. But as far as the Carabiner, it's threaded. It locks. This is not weight bearing whatsoever. I would not put anything on that. But I do like these Carabiners in that you pull. Let's see. I think you pull. Just depends on which way you pull out. So you pull out to release on these ones. I believe they use, yeah, you can see the ball detent in the corners is what it actually uses. So it looks like you can actually lock it in two locations. If with these impact rated ones, you can actually lock it there and allow it to spin. So maybe you want to do a free spin job with it. They do a good job. Chrome vanadium, T25, and they do give it kind of like a rainbow colored coating. Partially down, locks it, or you could go all the way down, and then it locks it all the way down in there, and you can actually use it to turn with too. So if you're in a tight spot and you want to be able to turn and use this as a tool, you can, because it locks right in. Same thing down here with the Phillips. Number 2, again, if you want to go all the way down in, push down, locks all the way in. That's also nice too, if you do tap it, I want to say it's going to just quickly drop into that next one before fully coming out. And that spring is pretty decently strong. I don't think it'd be too easy to knock that. Next up is going to be your flathead, 1/4 inch. Next after that is going to be, looks like it's going to be like a 3/8 drive. Yeah, looks like it's got a magnet down inside there too. Yeah, so it's got magnet retention down inside there. So if you want to put your own little special bit on this rail, you can. Look it down inside there, and then again, you could turn it for whatever tool you stick inside there. So it's kind of nice. And then next up is going to be your impact. So 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch drive, square drive for your impact. This one might not hold because it's a little bit slicker of a metal. There you go, now it's biting. But if you need an impact on the go, or if you want to mount a socket on there, and then again, use it as a sole tool. Here it is with the socket on there. So I'll flap it on there, and then you could go ahead and use it as a dedicated tool, or just leave it ready in your pocket for when you need it. And then the last one is going to be for your 3/8 drive. So again, if you want to put a 3/8 socket on the end of this, you can. Put it on like so. Stays on there, locked on there, and again, you could turn it like so. Or you can put it like a bar through there if you need to get more leverage on it. But at least you got something that kind of runs everything. So all in all, there's a lot of stuff in there, and you can take these out, guys. If you have a dedicated 1/4 inch hex that you want to put inside there, you can. Just pick it, stick it in there, and you're good to go. Otherwise, they've already put them in here for you, or now you have extras for whatever you're working on. And I think it's a pretty good idea. You can mount this on whatever, put in your bag, you put in your backpack, wherever. Pretty cool little setup. So I dig it. I kind of like it, and I picked it up because I'll probably throw it somewhere and use it when I'm out in the field. And then finally, this one's going to be more of like a meme tool because it's kind of bulky. It's got a little bit of everything going on with it, but it's like your Swiss Army of adjustable little wrenches. And 16-in-1 adjustable wrench tool. It caught my eye. I want to see how good it is. If I like it, if I hate it, I may very much hate it. There is your part number right there. And this one is going to be made in Vietnam. Here is what it is. And you can actually see here too, guys, if you want to see all the parts and all the pieces, what it does. Take a look at that as we open this up. But obviously you got your adjustable wrench here. And what I actually liked, one, it's stainless steel. What quality that is, I don't know, but it is kind of nice. Let's see if it's how magnetic it is. It's pretty magnetic. But I mean, as far as the little wrench goes, it's not too bad. It appears to grab decently. It's a little bit thicker. I think this is kind of more of like a stocking stuffer for people. But maybe you'd want to carry something like this. Now here is the position where you pull out now these are the smaller bits, not quite the 1/4. And they go in the end right here. So if you need to use it on that end for tightening or loosening. So if you do need to tighten and loosen with it, yeah, I mean, it works. It's actually pretty straight on. I like that it's in line right here. The retention isn't the best. It is a magnet that's in there that does hold it, but it isn't like super strong holding. So I'd keep an eye on your bits for sure. But you carry your 3 bits inside there. So Phillips 1, 2, and then you got a flat head. Then it folds back into place, kind of out of your way. Right here is going to be a light. So depress. She goes on. Off. This here is how you're going to open up to get to the batteries. There you go. There is your battery that runs it. Close it back in. That locks it into place. And then for your blades, you have a traditional now locking wise, it does not have a locking action. But the blade is decently sharp actually. They did a pretty good job from the factory. And then the next one is going to be your multi-tool. This one's going to have both your can opener, it's going to have a Flat. It also looks like a flat screwdriver nose on there. Yeah. And then it's going to have a fish descaler. That's what they call that. That seems a little aggressive for a fish descaler. It's like somewhere between a serrated and like a saw blade to me. Then you have your 5 hex wrenches here. Doesn't say what sizes those are, but those are definitely going to be the smaller side for grabbing onto fasteners. And they appear to be the right. They appear to be. I mean, size-wise, they appear to work, but that'd be hard to work with. And then this is going to be your bottle opener on the bottom. Slop a little bit. It's not too bad. I've definitely seen worse. So, but not the tightest either. Again, $12 for this. So that's what kind of got me. It's like, oh, for $12 you get a neat little, just throw it in your car. Maybe this is like an emergency use, or throw it in a pack if you needed emergency use that kind of had quite a few tools and it cut things. Or you throw it on your bicycle or your motorbike. Not that bad. I mean, it's heavy. It's decently heavy, but it has quite a few features to it that I think are actually, kind of worthwhile. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think of these? Of all these different tools that we got here, are they all worth it? Would you grab them? Would you not? And there's other ones as well too. Like I said, $12 for these, all on this side, and then I'll show you guys a photo here too of the opposite side. These are going to be $6 items. They're going to be like for other like magnets for holding bits together, and I think there's like rulers and other more common items. I don't think the $6 items are necessarily that great, but you might think they are. And if you are, leave a comment down below for the guys who might be interested as well. But yeah, this is this. I think for this time of year, it's actually kind of cool to see some of these unique things come out because you won't see them the rest of the year. So if you like them now, jump on them now because they'll be gone come New Year. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, we'll talk to you soon.